everybody, welcome back to Level Uploading, Fight Balance Face Facts with yours truly, Shay. Happy, what's today? Wednesday. So I wanted to follow up my last episode because I wasn't done. Literally as soon as I uploaded that video, I thought of like a gazillion more. No thanks to you guys, but I mean, well, actually, technically it is thanks to you guys because, you know, in my day-to-day life, me running into different things, me talking to different people, of course, that inspires me. So I guess it is thanks to you guys, but you definitely have not been answering my questions that I've been asking on my podcast, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So let's hop right into more of the things that our society has unfortunately taken a pastime or a hobby and turned it into an actual full-blown addiction. Okay, so let's go. I figure we kind of start off a little bit like slight and light. We'll see. This is in no particular order, to be honest with you. It's really just the things that I have been noticing and wanted to share. Coffee addicts. So, you know, alcohol and of course THC and all that gets a very bad rep in the addict world. But unfortunately, coffee tends to be a very overlooked addiction. It's so socially acceptable. I work in a corporate office, and if I could tell you how many times I've seen someone go and get a refill of coffee, you would be like, whoa. If that was alcohol, that person, you would be side-eyeing them. If they were at an office party and they were going to refill their drink as many times as this person was going to refill their coffee, you would be concerned. And let's not sit here and act like, oh, well, alcohol is not healthy, but coffee is. Coffee is not really that healthy for you. It has a lot of caffeine. It has a lot of things that affect your heart and your energy levels. So yeah, don't use that excuse. Also, it has a lot of calories. You're putting a lot of sweeteners and things like that in it, so that comes into play with the sugar addiction, which is like a side note on my list. We are so addicted to sweets. Even something as simple as our tea. You know, you might put a little dab of sugar, a little honey. It's like, no. People are pouring it. And now I'm living in the South now. I live in the South now, guys. So, you know, sweet tea is a thing. I'm not particularly a fan of it.
Say what?
Don't come for me. It's not my thing. But
you need to leave.
The people who I know who actually do like sweet tea, I'm wondering, like, how can you even tell that you like it? Like, why don't you just pour the sugar down your throat? It'd be much better. I've seen someone literally take a handful, and I'm not talking about like 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about a handful of sugars for a little 8-ounce cup of sweet tea they were going to make. That is disturbing, guys. And it's an addiction, and sugar is not healthy, and it's not good for your waist, and it's not good for your heart, and it's not good for your teeth, and it's not good for your blood sugar levels. You know, my culture is very high in the diabetic diagnosis, and to be taking an 8-ounce cup of tea and pouring 7 to 8 packets of sugar into it, that's disturbing.
It's really him. You're a victim.
It's addiction. Sugar addiction, candy, everything has sugar in it now. Like, even stuff that you don't think has sugar. Chips, salsas, spaghetti sauce, ketchup, like everything has sugar. You can't escape it. But we get to the point where we're like fiending for it. And I think that there actually was a study that said that the way that cocaine reacts, like a cocaine addict reacts to sugar. I mean, what? The way that a cocaine addict's brain reacts is very similar to how a sugar addict's brain reacts when they get or don't get their fix. And that's scary to me. That's so scary to me. I look at the way that a lot of these other places, like overseas, like not USA, like even like places like Canada and other places like different islands, and a lot of the stuff that we eat here in the United States has been banned, completely banned in other places because of how unhealthy that it is. But because it's a preservative, or because it's addictive and it makes people buy more, the consumers buy more, USA said, we don't care. Keep giving it to them. Yeah, sure. It causes cancer. Whoa. Well, they'll get it some other way. Might as well get it here, and we can get our pockets filled to the brim.
I'm in danger.
Anyway, I'm not going to go there. Another subject, another day. Let's see what other addictions we're acting like are a small deal, but really they're not. Now, this one is actually good for you, but it's the fact that you can't find moderation and that you're taking it to an obsessive level that makes it an addict. Gym rats. So the people who are at the gym 4 times a day, okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. At the gym 3 times a day, every day, maybe 1 rest day out of the whole week. That's excessive. People who like live in the gym, if you call them and they're not at work, you already automatically know that they're at the gym. Yes, it's dope. I do think that you should take care of your body. Your body is your temple. You should be investing time, energy, sweat, tears into making it what you want it to be. But y'all take it to the next level, and because you're not able to find that moderation, you take it to a level of being obsessed with the gym. Come back to the middle a little bit. Find some balance. It's okay to take a couple rest days. It's okay to turn down a 2-hour gym session to go and, have dinner with your mom. She probably misses you. Or, go out on a date. Go have dinner with a friend. Something. Just find some way to moderate it and not let it become something that's taking over your life. There is such thing as too much of a good thing as well. What else do we have on my spicy little list? The club heads. Okay, so this category is the people who are addicted to being in the club settings. And that also includes my lovely day party brunch ladies. Yes, just because you're at home by 9 p.m., you're still a club head. You still want to be in that atmosphere. You still don't know how to have fun if you're not getting a bottle, getting a section in a bottle at a club. If you're not turning up, twerking by the pancakes and the waffles for the day party brunch. And there's nothing wrong with the club. There's nothing wrong with going out and having a good time, enjoying some music. It's not necessarily my scene anymore, but at the same time, I do feel that I've had plenty of great times there. Nothing, crazy. Nothing ridiculous has happened. But what becomes the obsession and the addiction is the fact that you have to do it every Sunday. You have to do it every weekend to have your mimosa feel and your gluttony food feel and your music feel, and you have to turn up and scream A on top of the tables in order for you to actually feel like you've had a successful weekend. Just find some balance. It doesn't have to be every Sunday or every Saturday and Sunday that you're going out to day parties and clubs at night. Find something else to do. Go take a hike, read a book, ride your bike, take a walk, visit a museum, go learn something, go see a play. There is other things to do, guys, other than be out in the club listening to music that 9 times out of 10 degrades you or makes you hate each other or talks about unaliving you. Just saying, words to think about. Okay, and then this one is y'all gonna really not like me for this one. Toxic relationship addict. So I've recently been watching Love is Blind, and there's a young lady on there by the name of Jackie, and I'm only using her for an example because she's relevant to pop culture right now because everyone is watching and keep catching up with the show. But Jackie basically she is used to that toxic, volatile love. That's what she wants, you know, and unfortunately there's a lot of people who think that that is how a relationship should go because that's all they've seen. So they become addicted to that tumultuous, up and down, cursing each other out, bashing windows, arguing, fighting, bleaching clothes. They're addicted to that lifestyle because that's all they see. And to them, although they hate that it's happening, they don't even know how to function in any other environment. So if they do meet someone who doesn't operate in that way, they won't even know what to do with it anyway because they're addicted to that type of lifestyle that's going to have them crying at night, being aggressive, and operating from a place of hurt. So, of course, we can't talk about that without talking about the professional and addicted victims, people that are addicted to being the victim. And with this, while we're on the subject of Love is Blind, I was watching, of course, and the guy who's with Jackie, I feel like he's a victim addict. He made addict. So he made a comment about how he's always the man who women meet, and he's the first one that ever treats them right, and they never know what to do with it. And I get it because it does apply in the situation with Jackie. But if he's doing that, and that's who he always is in every relationship, and not just this one-off situation, or not just this every now and then type of situation, to me it says that you're going for those type of people because you want to feel that. It makes you feel good. It does something for your ego to say, I was treating this girl so right, and look how she dogged me. You're not going for the women who you know are going to reciprocate your energy and actually appreciate and have gratitude for your great representative. Let me not be shady. For your great actions. You don't want to go for those type of women. You want to go for the women who are going to dog you so that you can be the victim. And so everyone can say, woe is me, oh poor Marshall, oh poor so-and-so. And that savior complex that you have, guess what? It feeds your ego and it makes you feel like you are the victim in every situation. You villainize everyone else because you're addicted to being a victim.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
How could we forget this one? Workaholics. The people who are addicted to working because they're running from something inside of themselves and they just don't want to face it. And so, no days off, sleep when I'm dead is their motto. And it's hurting you because you don't have balance in your life. You're pushing away good people that really care about you and really want to get to know you or really already love you. But because you're so afraid to stop and actually face the things that torment you at night, just keep on working like a good slave. And whether it's for yourself, your own business, or an actual company, it's the same. It's the same ideology of not wanting to face your fears and not wanting to face, reality of what's going on. Balance is key, guys. Please find some balance because being addicted to working is not helping you. You need rest. Even Jesus rested. Even God rested. Like, you can't think that rest is not something that we all need. It's a part of life. So please don't overdo it just because you're scared of that quiet time and what will come of you being alone with your thoughts. So, of course, with me bringing up workaholics, I would have to also go ahead and bring up... Oh, my light just went out. Well, anyway, it's fine. I would have to also bring up... I actually like this lighting better. Hey. What? Hey. What? Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I have to also bring up the people who are addicted to traveling. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Vacations are needed. Vacations are needed. Especially since I just told you rest is needed. You know, you need that time to decompress, get yourself together. I'm definitely not telling you not to do that at all. However, some people travel so much that they're barely home. Some people are always in the next place. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I just sometimes think, I wonder, like, are you guys doing that to run away from something, or are you actually using that as a time of reflection for you to be able to face some of the issues that you have? I guess it depends on person by person, but I do know that there are a lot of people who are addicted to just being on the go. They don't know how to sit still. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it, but it is technically an addiction if you do it all the time, like in an excessive manner. I do consider it to be kind of like an addiction. And nothing wrong with it. I don't think it's anything bad that can happen from it. Not that I can think of. But just make sure that you're being, you know, safe and there for your loved ones and the times when they need you, and not putting travel over the well-being of everything, you know. School. Some people are addicted to school. I know some people have watched the show Girlfriends, and like, y'all, you know how Lynn used to just keep going to school so she could like rely on saying that she didn't have to say she was a working person, because she could just say she's a student. Oh, I'm working on my doctorate. Oh, I'm working on my master's. I'm working on my double major for this or whatever. And like, she was using it as a tool to not grow up and be an adult and actually have to face reality, find a career, stick with it, and move up in that. She would rather just continue to keep going back to school, wasting plenty of loan and tuition money for stuff that she really didn't even have passion for or care about. And I know people who are like that, maybe not to that extent, but they're very much in the same lane when it comes to that. TV and streaming addictions. That one I've seen, of course, have a huge uprising within the last 5 years or so, where people are literally like addicted to TV. Now, don't get me wrong, we've always loved TV, we've always liked TV, we've always liked shows. But now with the on-demand aspect of it being so easily accessible to us, there are people who do binges like every day. I've seen some people who the show comes out on Monday and like they're finished with the series by Tuesday night. Like, what? And they've watched every single thing on Netflix. Every single thing. Subtitled movies, documentaries, suspense, comedy. They've watched everything. And it's like, where do you find the time? Like, I personally have my own, like I said, I have my own stuff. I'm more of a random person. So, like, mine will fall under the streaming addiction, not the TV addiction. Like, as far as like YouTube, like I love to learn about different things, different sermons, different random things I think about, like how big is a moose? You know, show me a moose and bear fight, like crazy stuff. I'm just more like a person who likes to take in a lot of information and use it. Like, I would probably be really good at like trivia, because I know a little bit about a lot and a lot about a little bit. Don't let that go over your head. But yeah, so I know that there's people who just use their time to just completely engorge themselves with content from these streaming platforms, whether that be, you know, professional movies or just watching YouTube and TikTok and things like that. toxic. I will never not say that. I feel strongly about it. I heard that they were getting rid of it. Fight me.
I'm in danger.
And I think that is really the last one that I could think of. I want to make sure that I'm not being, I identify with some of these myself. I just want us to understand the importance of finding moderation. We don't need something to fill us. If we don't need a substance, we don't need coffee. We don't need that Starbucks that we have to get every single day because it's a habit and it's adding up to hundreds of dollars a month. We don't need, to go to brunch and spend $300 on bottles and mixed drinks and food that we could literally make at home for a fraction of the price every weekend. We don't need to do that. We have to figure out some moderation and enjoying life, but still trying to find that middle ground. I think that's the most important part. And just understanding that nothing is going to fill you or fill that void like God, like having a relationship with God, having a relationship with the Most High God. He is going to be what you will feel peace and fullness from. I personally, like I said, I have searched out the world around trying to find different things that are going to make me feel peace and joy and calm. And I have never felt the calm and the peace that I have now that my relationship with God is getting stronger and stronger daily. A lot of this stuff is just pointless and meaningless when you really put it up to that scope of how much more filling and fulfilling it is to have that relationship with God. And, I implore you to just check your habits and ask yourself if it's something that you can test yourself to be able to slow down on. Give it to God. Let Him advise you on how long to fast or pray about something. Let Him know how long to, let Him let you know how long to sacrifice that time that you could be using instead of the extra 15 minutes that you calculate into your commute, so you can make sure you can get in the Starbucks line. Maybe you could do a devotional in the morning. Start your day off with God. Or maybe instead of going to the gym 2 times a day, maybe just go 1. And that other time you can spend getting to know God, talking to God, praying to God, getting in your Bible, actually learning His Word for yourself so you can know what was said, versus letting the world and social media give you bits and pieces of it and flip it and twist it into what they want it to mean. It's just a thought, guys, but we have to really realize that our society has made it extremely easy for us to have addictions. It's extremely easy for us to have addictive personalities and things always at our fingertip. We're addicted to instant gratification. We have Instacart, Insta this. We're just addicted to it, and we have to learn how to slow down, get back to the middle, learn some patience, learn some discipline, and keep ourselves in check before God does. Because if He sees you doing something and you're putting it before Him, a lot of times, guess what? He'll take it from you. I don't know if you guys are in your Bible, but we do have a jealous God. And He does not play about His worship. He does not play about His time. Now, I'm not saying He's going to take everything from you, but what I'm saying is anything that becomes an idol is up for grabs. And you just never know how He's going to handle it. So I hope that gave you guys something to think about with your addictions. Just go to God and just leave it on the altar for Him. He will help you to get back on track. I'm actually pretty exhausted and tired of talking, so I'm going to end this episode. You all have an amazing evening. I'll talk to you on my next one. Bye.